The instant celebration champagne splashed across the giant monitors in the executive conference room. I sensed trouble hiding behind the applause. Our company had smashed every traffic forecast by more than 400%, and the data platform I had spent 2 exhausting years designing never faltered for a second. While the marketing team celebrated like heroes, my manager, Derek Collins, walked toward me wearing a smile that felt colder than ice. He congratulated me in a quiet voice before explaining that corporate policy prevented the performance bonus I had been promised months earlier. I didn't argue or embarrass him in front of everyone. I simply nodded, returned to my desk, and realized I had never been viewed as a valued employee. To them, I was only a convenient tool. What Derek forgot was that I had personally negotiated every software licensing agreement with our technology vendors. During those negotiations, I insisted on several legal protections that secured both the company's operations and my own position. Buried inside Section 4 was a clause connecting our enterprise software license to the designated technical architect receiving agreed financial compensation. By Monday morning, congratulatory emails filled everyone's inboxes. Every executive praised Derek and the vice president for the record-breaking launch, while my name disappeared entirely from the official announcement. 2 years of sleepless nights had been erased with a single email. Instead of complaining, I quietly prepared documentation. Then I drafted a brief, professional message to our Chief Compliance Officer, Elaine Porter. I attached the original vendor contract, highlighted the overlooked compensation clause, and noted that an operational compliance issue required immediate legal review. After pressing send, I returned to work as if nothing had happened. Sometimes the strongest move isn't creating chaos. It's allowing the consequences of someone else's decisions to arrive exactly on schedule. With the same renamed characters, the response from management was immediate, though not in the way I expected. Instead of admitting their mistake, they quietly pushed me aside. By Thursday afternoon, Derek removed my access to the primary operations channel, cancelled every project meeting on my calendar, and excluded me from discussions about the platform I had built. Their strategy was obvious. If they isolated me long enough, they believed I would resign without creating trouble. What they failed to realize was that Elaine had already begun asking difficult questions behind closed doors. While leadership pretended I no longer existed, I assembled a detailed spreadsheet documenting every corporate system connected to my data pipeline: morning sales reports, customer analytics, inventory forecasting, financial projections, executive dashboards. More than 90 critical applications depended entirely on the infrastructure I had designed. If the software license became invalid, every one of those systems would stop functioning. Friday morning brought an unexpected emergency meeting. Elaine summoned Derek and the Human Resources Director without notice. I wasn't invited, but the conference room's glass walls made their expressions impossible to hide. 20 minutes later, Elaine closed her laptop and calmly explained that the company was approaching a serious contractual violation. The payroll department confirmed my promised bonus had been frozen. Elaine pointed to the highlighted contract clause. The vendor agreement included a strict 72-hour correction period. If the designated technical architect wasn't properly compensated before that deadline expired, the enterprise software license would automatically terminate. The room fell silent. For the first time, Derek understood the danger. What he had dismissed as a routine payroll issue had become a legal crisis capable of shutting down the company's entire technology operation. His confidence vanished as the countdown continued, and no one around the table could find a simple solution to a problem they had created themselves. The deadline expired at exactly midnight. Within seconds, automated data streams stopped reaching the company's servers. By sunrise, every executive dashboard displayed the same warning: license invalid. The DevOps engineers rushed from desk to desk, but every diagnostic pointed to the vendor's suspended access. A multi-million-dollar operation had been halted by one unpaid performance bonus. Monday morning felt like a sinking ship. Executives hurried through the hallways while the chief financial officer worried about an investor presentation that now lacked every critical metric. Derek tried blaming an unexpected technical failure, but Elaine entered the executive suite carrying a thick folder of contracts that ended the argument before it began. Human Resources attempted to repair the damage by processing my bonus that afternoon. Elaine immediately rejected the proposal, explaining that late payment could not erase an already recorded contractual breach. The vendor had officially suspended the company's license, leaving only one path to restoration: While chaos spread across the office, I quietly enjoyed a cup of tea in the break room. Derek even sent an assistant to ask whether I could temporarily reactivate the platform. I politely declined, explaining that touching an unlicensed system could expose me to personal legal liability. That evening, after I had returned home, my phone rang. It was the Chief Executive Officer. Skipping introductions, he asked one question. What will it take to bring everything back online? I told him my attorney had already delivered a settlement proposal. It required immediate payment of my original bonus, a 40% contractual penalty, a 6-figure buyout of the licensing clause, and a public acknowledgement recognising my role in building the platform. The funds arrived the following morning. Soon afterward, the dashboards came back to life. Derek was reassigned to a position without managerial authority, while I left the company with both my reputation and financial future intact. The experience taught me one lasting truth. If you build the foundation of an enterprise, never allow anyone to convince you that you're disposable.